Hello, it's Megan in Alaska. All right, I'm going to talk about unconditional love. The spiritual path begins with unconditional love for yourself. All right, it starts with your mental and your emotional and your physical. My spiritual path began with my mental and emotional and got that arranged and, worked on. And then it started with my physical as well. The spiritual path led me to strict vegan, which no chemicals, no cans, no box foods. I just do vegetables and fruit fresh, and that's what it led to me. So if somebody gave me a candy bar and the other person didn't know I ate it, knew that I didn't eat it and asked for it, I would have to say, "I'm sorry, sister, I can't give you this candy bar. It's not good for you. And I would literally get rid of it, throw it away, whatever I needed to do with it. But if I'm not going to eat it, I'm definitely not going to give it to somebody else, because the spiritual path, you unconditionally love yourself so much that you start getting connected to everybody else. So you start seeing other people as maybe that person over there is my eye, and that person over there is, I don't know, my foot, and that person over there is my heart. I can't live without any of these things. So we're all connected, and that's when you start falling in love with yourself, and then you start falling in love with yourself, and then others as yourself, and that's what the spiritual path is in detailing. So anything that's not unconditional loving, I don't serve. You know, a friend of mine, pointed out. Uh, I was buying the seltzer water, but for some reason I accidentally bought seltzer water. It said seltzer water, but it had two different flavors, and I thought, oh, this must be nice. I said okay. But I brought it home that night, and I didn't bother looking at the label, because I thought it was seltzer water, flavored water. But the whole thing is, when I brought it home, I took a sip of it, and I said, "Well, this ain't seltzer water." And I looked at the label, and it had benzoate or something in it that didn't agree with me, and I was like, "Oh well, I'm just." She said, "Well, we'll just return it." Well, that's when I looked at her and I said, "Well, I can't do that." And I started proceeding to dump all those cans, the 12-pack, down the sink. And I said, "Well, you can return the tin, but no." She says, "You can return it to." I was like, "I'm not going to return it to the store and give it to somebody else when I know that it's going to put another being like me, in a health risk." I'm like, "No, absolutely not. Dumping it down the drain. It's better to take it off the market than put it back on the market to hurt somebody else." I mean, it got to that point of unconditional love. That's exactly the spiritual path, and what it's a very beautiful path. It's a nothing bad or anything like that. It's just the more awareness of unconditional love, the more it's like a love story between you and others, because you'll find out that you're connected to every being on this planet. You'll find out that you're connected to every animal, to every life form, and you start falling more in love and learning so much more about how connected you are with everybody, and that's part of this path is unconditionally loving, and watching and being present, because ego is always slipping in here and there, but it's not attaching to that emotional pain body or anything like that. It's called the inner peace, and I tell you what, I mean, things around you sometimes isn't always a positive nature, but it's within you is the inner peace. It's within you. You have that portal within yourself to find that inner peace. Um, it's It's a peace, like unconditional love that you can do for yourself. It's inner peace. It's like a consciousness or a presence that you can feel, and the inner peace. It's very quiet, so things could be going around you, but at the same time, when you tap into the inner peace, Jesus spoke of it. I guess on one of his teachings. So did Buddha. Another one on his teachings. But I tell you what, it's the inner peace that is the most beautiful thing. But it starts with unconditional loving yourself, and then it flows to others and everything else. But I just wanted to share that part of this spiritual path that I have been on for quite some time, and I just wanted to say I love you guys, and you know, I'm glad that we're all on this path together and we're all doing